What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Troy coming back at you in another video. I look kind of funky right now. I just got my hair done, so I have this do-rag on, and then this doesn't obviously match. I don't have a matching do-rag, but you know, today's gonna be more chill, video. Just, I guess, like, I don't know, I have, like, when I have, like, an urge to film, like, I feel like I really have to film, like, I really have something in my mind, and, like, I feel like if I don't put it, like, on, kind of like a writer, like, if you have a lot of thoughts in your head, you just gotta put it on the page. So this is me putting it on the page, and I'm just, got a, I think, good flow in my head, so. Anyway, so I'm just being, like, I guess, transparent and just real with myself, and it's just an opportunity, I guess, for me to just reflect on myself and just certain things I've noticed I've been doing. And, like, if you ever noticed that, like, I always say, like, there's no such thing as coincidences. So if you're seeing the same things, you keep, like, seeing yourself in different situations, like, you're different situations with, like, maybe different peers or different whoever, but then, like, you keep, like, almost like a reoccurring cycle, like, oh man, I've seen this before, like, man, this keeps happening, or, like, you just feel like something keeps happening. It's because you haven't learned the lesson from it yet, or you haven't, or it's the universe. You might just think you learned the lesson, but the universe is maybe showing it to you in a different way, so you can, like, see, like, trying to test you to be like, you know, like, let's see if you really, like, have got over this, or let's really see if you have changed your tendencies or changed your ways. So I feel like the universe kind of, like, throws similar situations at you, like, over and over again, in just different angles almost, and then kind of tests you to see if you really about it, like, if you really have changed your ways, if you really corrected the way you think and behave. So basically, like, I feel like I have this, like, problem, like, it's been, like, I would say this problem, like, maybe been ongoing for, like, maybe, like, over a year, low-key, like, honestly, because, so basically, like, I guess I have a lot of friends that, like, some people, like, some of the things, like, people, like, some people value me so much for this, and some people hate me for it, and it is what it is. But, like, I'm known to be, like, a super blunt person. I'm super honest. Even if I make a mistake, I'm honest about it. You can ask me anything, I'll answer it honestly, just who you are currently. And as long as you're working to get better and better every single day, then it doesn't really, not like it doesn't matter what, like, you've done in the past, but, like, as long as I'm, like, you know, progressing towards getting better every single day, then I feel like I'm doing a good job, and I feel like I'm happy internally with myself, and that's all that really matters. I don't have to convince anyone that I'm a good person, because I know that in myself. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, something that I guess, like, I was saying that maybe going on for, like, a year maybe in my head is, like, I used to think people would know me for just being, like, blunt, honest, and just, like, I'm always a friend that, like, unapologetically, like, just says anything and just, like, off the rails and stuff all the time, which I am in most aspects, but, like, in more serious situations, I'm more relaxed now, which I kind of is hurting and helping me in a lot of ways. So it's, like, it's kind of, I guess, been hurting me a little bit lately, I would say. I have this thing where, like, it's like I'm super blunt and super honest all the time. Like I said, some people hate me for it, some people love me for it. It is what it is. But it becomes, like, a thing where sometimes, like, I just, in my head, I guess, over the time, people are like, Troy, you're like, oh, Troy's an asshole, like, Troy's an asshole. Like, it just kind of, like, something people say, like, not as, like, they're that serious about it. And it's just, like, you know, friends, you can say, like, oh, yeah, Troy, oh, yeah, he's mean, or Troy's really, he's the mean one, he's this, whatever. And it's just me being honest. And I guess over the time period of just people saying, like, oh, I'm mean, or I'm, like, quote, like, an asshole, whatever, that, like, it almost made me, like, more passive. And then in circumstances where I need to be more stern, or, like, someone could may come off as aggressive, or, you know, a situation where you have to put your foot forward and be like, hey, this is what it is, like, it doesn't make you an asshole, you're just being honest, and most people aren't. So, like, people just seem like, oh, he's being really mean, but in reality, like, people ask for honesty and you give it to them, and they're like, whoa, that was rude, or, like, I'm saying you asked me for the truth and I told you it, so, like, it's not really it's not really, like, my responsibility how you react to the truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, and, like, I'm giving you, like, all I can do is, which is, like, the truth. So, like, all I can give you is that. So, like, do with what you wish. What is that? Like, yeah, whatever. But yeah. So it's kind of a situation where, like, times where, like, I should be more stern, I'm more passive now, because I think, like, Troy, you're being insensitive, like, or, like, maybe you, like, and I almost, like, a lot of times where, like, I'll be talking to someone that like, I'll have interactions and, like, seeming like just peers and people in general, like, I've just encountered with, like, they have, you know, complicated life situations, you know, that just, like, you know, life is just beating them up more than most. And I kind of, like, I'll use their, like, life situation. It doesn't even involve me, like, something that's completely separate from me, like, family, whatever, past relationships, whatever the heck it is, like, that doesn't have anything to do with me. And I'll, like, use, like, their trauma or things that they're going through, it's like an excuse for me not being as honest to them. Does that make sense? Like, so, like, it's almost like Troy, like, oh, now I'm really thinking this, or, like, I should say this, and I'm like, no, like, you're being insensitive, maybe they're acting like this because of this. You need to like calm down. Like, I mean, not calm down, like I don't get like really upset about anything like that. Like not like not really. I don't let myself get that like upset about anything. But like unless it's like actually like a serious matter, obviously. But yeah, so like I kind of use people's like, you know, life situation as almost like an excuse for them, or like a scapegoat. And I guess there's times in the past where I have, you know, been more stern or more honest to somebody, and then they've come out and been like, well, you know, my family did this, and then I'm just like, damn sure, you're a fucking asshole. Like, now you're just insensitive, and then like it just makes me like extra passive now, because I'm just like, well, damn, like you wanted to be honest and upfront about their behaviors, and now they just say their behaviors are because of X, Y, and Z, and then it just makes me feel like actually makes me feel like an asshole. So then it's kind of like, and then I'm slowly realizing now, and I'm just like looking back at like how I used to handle certain situations in the past, and how I used to be so blunt, and people used to be like, and I used to be like cut and dry. Like I wouldn't even like, I mean, it hurt and helped me, like I said, but like sometimes like something bullshit would happen, I'm like, cut it, like nope, like not talking to this person anymore, or like boom, bam, like clean slate, like they're gone. Like I would just be able to like just cut and dry, just like you're out, you're in, you're out, you're in. Like I used to be able to just like be so much more cut and dry, and like just didn't let as many things happen. Like, and I feel like just because of like the subconscious, like, oh, Troy, being an asshole, or like maybe that's rude, or maybe that's insensitive, and it's like kind of like holding me back mentally, and it feels like I'm allowing more things to happen that I wouldn't normally allow it to happen. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's like kind of what I'm going through now, and I think I'm kind of done recording. I'm also thinking I'm at a breakthrough point. I'm kind of like, look, I'm going back. I'm going back in time, because I'm going back. Like I'm not gonna like hold my tongue anymore. Like if something comes off me, or comes, if I'm just being honest, like how I thought, like how I think, or my emotions are in this, like my like current emotions, or whatever the fuck, like I'm gonna just tell you how it is, and then like not in like your life situation, like it's like it's something that has nothing to do with me. So like I can't use that as an excuse, or like use that as like a reason to be like more passive, or allow you to do more things, and like excuse your behavior for something that doesn't even involve me, you know, because how many times can you lean on that as a crutch, you know what I'm saying? Like you are not your life situation. A lot of people don't realize that. Like they think like, you know, everything that happens around you, you just become it. You know, it's really easy to be engulfed in that. But just because things are happening in your life, there's a lot of things that happen in your life that you have literally no control over. You don't have control over your family. Certain things you just like, you're just born into, and you just have to deal with it. Like your finances, whatever the heck, like however your family is structured, whatever, you're literally just like, it's nothing to do with you. You just were born into a either really like good situation, or you could be like, or a bad one. So it's one of those things where like it has nothing, like saying, it has nothing to do with me. So I can't, like, how long can you really excuse something, and how long can you really let your life situation depict who you are entirely? You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like, oh, like it's not about the cards you were dealt, it's like how you play the deck. You know what I'm saying? Like might be dealt like complete shit, but if you learn how to bluff, play the cards right, trick people, not actually trick people, I'm thinking about like actually as a game, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you do, it depends like how you work the game. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends how you play it. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to really do with like, not nothing, but your life situation doesn't depict everything about you. Just because like something's happening around you doesn't mean that's you. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I really have to say. I feel like I just had like a fat ramble. My brain is emptier now. That's good. So like I feel like more times I have like cloudy or mentalness, I need to put it on the camera and like paste it. Like I have to like throw it on the screen, because that way I feel like people can understand what I'm saying. And just also just for fuck off, but like just more like this is for, I guess this is obviously, this is always for other people as well, but it's also for me as a documentary. Like it's also for me as like a, what's the word, I guess it's always this is for me almost like a diary, or like a log of like where I am mentally. So when I look back at my videos, I be like, oh, this time I was thinking about this, and I can go back and kind of like analyze how I used to think and see how I've grown and go about just different situations. But yeah, hope you guys can relate to that. And yeah, love you guys so much, and I appreciate any support. Like and subscribe, and peace. Yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. And yeah, peace.